guys, what's up? This is Mustang Spook. Guys, welcome back to GTA 5 with another LS Rally. First up, we have the SHOTARU motorbike. Now, I really don't like this vehicle that much. It's one of the only understeery bikes I've ever had. And, at least in the Deadline game mode, it is absolutely awful. However, in here, in the open world / racing, it is actually very good. I don't know what about the Deadline game mode makes the bike have tremendous amounts of understeer, but in the free mode / races, it's very good. I did outbrake myself there though. I almost recovered it. Almost. Made it through the first gap and then didn't quite have the turning circle for the second one. This vehicle is great at turning, but it's not that great at turning. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't have the little trail behind us, so you can ride. That would be cool if you would just initiate that randomly in free mode. Like you would pay, like, Lester or somebody, or your motorcycle club, if you have one, to initiate that for like a minute, and you just drive around with that and explodes everything behind you. That would be cool. But, sadly, that is not the case. I think that would be a little bit too OP, but it would still be pretty cool. Okay, it would still be pretty cool. And yeah, no problems with the bike, at least in free mode. Can handle that corner beautifully. Great straight line speed. Turning is phenomenal. No understeer, no oversteer. Really just a beautiful bike. Now, I did get very scared there, because, ow. I was kind of, like, 5% hoping that I would be able to go through the fences just fine. That was not the case. So, yeah. That was a little unfortunate. Because that run was going very well. That was a very nice run that I was having right there. But, you know, fences just... Motorcycles tend not to like fences, and that's fine. That's fun, I guess, but yeah. I don't know what about this bike. I just despise it in Deadline, but I love it in free mode. I don't know what they did to that bike in Deadline, but it's definitely different than the one in free mode. That's for sure. And plus, it's always good to have a Tron bike. Tron is a very good movie. I know the motorcycles and cars and everything were awesome. I got very, very close to the wall there. I think I broke my knee, because I clipped the wall with my knee. So that would have definitely broken something. Slow it on down for the, fencing. As you can see, even when I was braking, it launched me to the side, but I was able to control it. If you can control it, you will be golden. Otherwise, not so much. A little bit unfortunate bounce, but we didn't lose too much time as we go across the line. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this bike, but it is phenomenal. Phenomenal. On the track. But in Deadline, it is just the worst understeery bike in the game. But, yeah. In free mode / racing, pretty darn good. Alright, the next vehicle is the, Bravado YOUGA Classic. Now, if you have the right livery, this is the Scooby-Doo van. However, it costs $200,000, and I am not going to be paying $200,000 for a van at this point in time. Alright, I love the fact that you have a Scooby-Doo van in this game, but I'm not going to be paying $200,000 for it. Okay? I'm just not. Mainly because I don't have $200,000 right now. But that's beside the point. That is beside the point. Now, you can see there's a bit of a drastic change from the motorcycle. It's not exactly a speed demon. So, clearly this is not going to be at the top of the table at the Tyrus and the trophy truck and the Haikuchu drag. But it's very nice to drive. Very easy to drive. Then again, we are not going incredibly fast, so its main rival would be right around the Liberator, is where its speed is. Because, yeah, it's not exactly setting any records at 60 miles an hour. Yeah. We got a big two-wheel moment going around that corner. That corner is a vicious corner. The bumps can just upset vehicles, and in this case, with such high ride height, or should I say not ride height, center of gravity, it is rather prone to going on two wheels. Not as prone as some vehicles, but it's pretty prone. It's pretty prone. I'm kind of impressed how little it goes on two wheels. Got a bit of a slide from running over a person who was on a racetrack. You see, kids, that's why you don't run on the racetracks. And as you might guess, no problems at all with the fences. 0 problems. And yeah, it probably could do with a stage 4 engine upgrade. Maybe even a stage 5. To get it somewhere on the table that's not in very poor place, because this vehicle is very, very, very slow. Very easy to drive as you go on two wheels again. I was wondering why I was going wide, and then I saw my right side lift up a little bit as we go across the line with the YOUGA, or with the YOUGA Classic. Yeah, definitely slow, but still pretty easy to drive. And the final vehicle is basically ours. The Vapid Dominator, which is supposed to be our boss too, with the splitter, the wing, the louvers, and the stripe. Because unfortunately, our vehicle is no longer capable of being driven anymore. Because it's now wintertime in Michigan, and we can't exactly, and we're not really allowed to drive it, because then it'll crash. And we don't want that to happen. So I was interested to see how the Dominator would fare, because, and keep in mind, this has no other upgrades besides visual, okay? This is my car, so just keep that in mind, that this is not upgraded like stage 4 or anything. I could, not going to. Gonna leave it identical, except for the visual, because I like to do that sometimes. I think that was like my second vehicle in GTA, because I saw it, I have to have that. Did get a little bit of an unfortunate clip off of a pillar or a thing, but didn't cost me too much time. Now, it is a muscle car, so there is going to be oversteer, and with that corner putting I keep wanting to say YOUGA, the YOUGA van, on two wheels. These bumps just make it oversteer. So, we have a bit of a drifting Mustang. Again, got very, very lucky with the pull there. Ooh. And that is what, I was slightly off center on the, fence, and that's quite a bit of damage for that. You see, kids, that's what happens when you're off center going into it, because I probably would have been fine, but it just slightly drags you out. So I can probably take full speed through there. You would have to probably get it spot on, because I wasn't spot on. That's the oversteer. On to the completed run for the Mustang, aka the Dominator. Yeah. As much as I love it, it's not the best vehicle to drive, not the fastest. It's only a muscle car. It was never likely to go up there in the top of the table with the Tyrus or the or even the trophy truck. I was thinking this might go around the Desert Raid / Omnis area, because Yeah, so it's around those straight line speed, and it's slightly worse on handling. So, I'm thinking it might go around there. But overall, not too bad of a vehicle to drive if you know how to control it. If you don't know how to control it, you're in for quite a learner's curve. Because if you don't know how to control the oversteer in this game, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems indeed. Carry a little bit more speed through there. I didn't get oversteer on that corner, which is always a good thing. A little bit of oversteer, but not too much. Got a little bit thrown out over there, but I was able to recover it with no problem. Get some decent airtime over the hill. Not too many vehicles actually get airtime on that hill. But, yeah. Pretty easy vehicle to drive, at least for me, as we go onto the final dirt section, as we go across the line for the Dominator. I'm not gonna get it from this side because it's a little bit prettier. Yeah. Lots of oversteer, decent speed, but just not quite as good as it probably needed to be. And now on to the times. In third place goes the Shotaru. Not much of a surprise. Interestingly, with its 136.3, it is a couple of tenths of a second slower than the Body 801. The Body 801 did a seriously good time around this track. And that's a $2.25 million bike that got beat by a $12,000 bike. So pretty impressive showing from the 801 and the Shotaru. Then down in 24th place is the Dominator, aka our car, with a 156.21. It's a little bit down on the Drift Tampa, the Ken Block's Unicorn, and it's a little bit faster than the Lynx. So, decent showing on that, considering the Lynx considering both of those vehicles are labeled as sports cars. Pretty good showing from them. And finally, at the very, 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 very bottom of the table, in 33rd place, is the YOUGA. It's the YOUGA Classic Van with a 233.3. Yeah, the van was just slow, painfully slow. It was like it's 20 seconds down on the Liberator, so not the best showing from that. But anyways, that's it for this episode of GTA 5 Way Back with more